Welcome back to Brashenomics. For the first time, David Dologite joins us, Director of Real Estate and Sustainable Communities on Capitol Hill, building vibrant and engaged communities through affordable housing and community development efforts in Seattle. Welcome, David. How are you?
Good. Thank you for having me.
Well, thanks for joining us. You guys had a fun party up there, I heard, over the weekend.
We certainly did. It was a busy weekend with block party here.
That's what I heard. So, it drives a lot of people start coming to Capitol Hill. Capitol Hill is obviously a very vibrant and engaging area.
And other community development efforts focused in the Capitol Hill neighborhood, but also greater Seattle as well. We serve a wide variety of residents in our housing, including families, single parents with their children, seniors on limited incomes, minimum wage service workers working here in Capitol Hill, immigrants and refugees from conflict areas, and other folks.
So it sounds like a little
of the diversity of Capitol Hill, which is a real melting pot of folks from different walks of life, and we believe that it's each person's right to a safe, affordable, and quality home, and we try to provide one for folks.
That's great. So when you talk about a sustainable community, what exactly does that mean?
That's actually a good question. Sustainable communities are communities that are planned and built or modified to promote sustainable living, and that could be, both environmental and economic sustainability. So on the environmental end, that means sustainability relating to clean water, public transportation, renewable energy, and reduction of waste and materials. And on the economic sustainability end, that means access to jobs that pay a living wage, supporting local small businesses, and the development of affordable housing. So we aim to see that, that Capitol Hill develops as both an economically sustainable area, meaning folks can work here at a living wage job and have access to affordable housing, and also that the environment they're living in is healthy and sustainable.
So are you guys out building these communities?
Yes. Our development efforts kind of fall into two categories. On one end are preservation efforts, meaning we look to buy existing older buildings to repair them and maintain them as affordable housing. We're also engaged in the development of new developments. For example, we currently have under construction near Seattle University a 40-unit apartment building that's targeted for workforce housing.
And so you talk about the affordability of a lot of these places you're developing and or purchasing. I mean, that's pretty big, right? Because a lot of people don't, the jobs that a lot of people hold, this is where they can live and have access to jobs.
Absolutely. Our average income of our resident is $17,000. And oftentimes it also means folks who are working, as waiters or secretaries or other folks who are, making at or near minimum wage. So then,
in order to get into one of your communities, then is there restrictions? Do you have to be making not as much money? Is there a way that works?
Yeah. It depends on our particular apartment building. Different buildings we have different restrictions, but generally speaking, the limit to rent in one of our buildings is at 60% of area median income, and what that means is for the city of Seattle is that it would be a single person who's earning no more than, say, $37,000 a year.
And so this is something that really focuses on allowing people to live in the city that's getting pretty expensive.
It is, and Capitol Hill is kind of a nexus right now of that development. We're seeing a wave of construction in the Capitol Hill neighborhood, a lot of it at the cost of bringing down existing character buildings and replacing them with more expensive luxury apartments. And a lot of folks who've called Capitol Hill home for many years are finding themselves getting priced out, and we try to at least preserve reserves housing for folks who've called this neighborhood home for a long time.
Is it difficult to age? Does that tend to breed a lot of safety issues?
Not really. Our properties are very well managed. We often have an on-site manager keeping an eye on things, and we also provide resident services in a number of buildings. So what that means is we have staff who are available to work with our tenants to access social services, educational opportunities, financial counseling if they find themselves getting into trouble with paying their rent and the like, in order to ensure that all of our buildings are safe and stable.
It sounds like something you guys are doing that really does help preserve the integrity of a city. How do people get involved with what you guys are doing?
That's a good question. We do have opportunities for volunteer engagement through volunteering here at the organization, or more often through participating in one of our fundraising efforts or events. We actually have an event coming up in September, on September 28th, called Omnivorous, that folks can attend, and their contributions will go towards supporting our activities. It's a very Capitol Hill style event. It's a foodie event that'll feature unlimited plates and wine provided by a number of Capitol Hill restaurants.
Unlimited wine, David?
Uh-huh.
Wow. Man.
And then at the end, we'll hit you up for a donation.
I bet you will. I bet you will. Well, David, thanks so much for joining us. Certainly doing some good work out there, and we're excited to continue to hear more about your event on September 28th.
Absolutely. And if folks want more information, just go to our website at www.capitolhillhousing.org.
Perfect. Thanks so much, David. Appreciate it. Again, David Dologite, Director of Real Estate and Sustainable Communities with Capitol Hill Housing. When we come back, I promised you Dennis Gibb would join us, and I keep my promises most of the time. He's going to be here right after this break, and we are going to discuss the top 10 biggest mistakes you might be making when you're trying to save your own money. We'll be right back after this break.